First, what I'll do is divide the canvas into the masses that I talked about earlier in the introduction. Arriving at my ground line, and the fact that the path breaks into a fork. Then, for the placement of the large tree, I don't want to put it in the very center of the canvas because that's not good composition. But I will move it slightly off-center, that is, where the trunk of the tree is not in the exact physical center of the canvas. So giving myself a base for the tree to stand on, and the height that I'll be working with, then referring to the photographs that I'm working from, I'll sketch in this large shape of the main tree form. Doesn't have to be exact, something that's just going to give me the overall shape of the tree. Now, I'm not putting that on very darkly because I don't want too much of this original drawing to show through, and I'm not going to fix the drawing because it will lift when I get to the other stages. Then this tree, which is the focal point at the fork in the road, is flanked by supporting masses. There's a group of trees on the right that aren't quite as interesting. And there's a group of trees on the left, and it's important that I make these shapes different. So just to divide the canvas so I get a feeling of how these trees are going to work with each other in the composition. Behind these trees is a hillside that the trees follow. So there will be a group of trees in the background that go behind this tree and on down. In this area where the road goes over the hill and down, there will be another tree, and we'll eventually make this path very obvious, and a few other incidental trees that will come later. But basically, the canvas has been divided into its most important masses. The ones we talked about earlier, the sky, which is a nice, interesting shape. It's not symmetrical, but it is balanced. That is, the sky comes down to a point here, but it comes down to a lower point over here. We're concerned with balance in a painting, but symmetry and balance are not the same thing. We want an asymmetrical balance on this. The trees, naturally, want this tree to be the focal point, but we need to flank it with sizes and shapes that will complement the tree rather than take away from it. We don't want a static composition here. So we'll have a variation in the heights of the trees on both sides. One will be taller, one shorter, and that can vary as the painting develops. I work from photographs as simply something to give me an idea. I don't copy photographs. What I want to do is reproduce what this place made me feel like. And the photographs are simply little notes to jog my memory. They're not something that I copied literally, although the place will have the feeling of that particular place at a point in time. It won't be the exact place.